Everyone, welcome to another R tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to install packages, how to load them, and how to use information within that package, and how to read documentation in that package. To install a package, you will need two things. First, you will need an internet connection, and second, you will need to know the name of the package. Now you might ask, well, how am I going to know the name of the package? Well, the package names can be found in the R repository, CRAN. There are, I'm pretty sure hundreds, maybe, I'll leave it at that. It's definitely hundreds of packages, might even be thousands. I'm really not sure, but lots of different statistical tasks and data manipulation tasks and graphing tasks are written by other R contributors, and they're published and they're out there freely for other people to use. That's one of the most powerful features of R is that there's a wealth of contribution. Anybody can go on there, use these packages, read them, look at the source code, see if they peer review them, see if they understand the code behind it, use it in their own research, and so on. So, in a nutshell, these packages are one of the most powerful features of R. So, you'll also get the names of packages on other websites, R forums, just a lot of different ways that you can actually figure out what the name of these useful packages are. So, I have an internet connection on this computer, and I know the name of the package that I want to load. In this case, it's going to be, the name of the package I want to install, in this case, Plier. I'll go ahead and do that. The name of the command to install a package is install.packages, and you put the name of the package you want to install there in quotes, and I run, and that was it. It was extremely easy. One line of code, and I have the package installed. Once you install a package on a particular machine, you don't need to do that anymore. It's a one-time process. However, to load a package, you will have to do that every time you start a new R session. And I will do that now. So I've installed Plier, but it's not actually loaded yet. So the command to load a package is library, and it looks like it didn't do anything, but it actually, any of the functions or any of the data sets that are in Plier, they're now available after I run that library command. I'm going to run one of those commands in a moment, and I'm going to, but first I'm going to revisit the empty cars dataset. I've used this in previous videos. It's a dataset that's already loaded in the background of R. And to remind myself what the structure of this dataset is, I'm going to use the head command. And it's several models of cars, and it's fields with descriptive statistics on some of those models of cars. Let's say in this particular instance, I want to summarize these models of cars on the number of cylinders that they have, and I want the minimum and maximum displacement. There's a function in Plier that makes such a summary very easy to do. I won't talk too much about this particular function. I might save that for a later video, and I probably will. Plier in general is a very, very useful package. But this video is more about installing the package, loading the package, using functions within it. So, the name of the particular function is ddply. First argument is the dataset. Next argument is the variables I want to summarize by. And I mentioned before it was cylinders. Next is the function I want to perform. And the last part is the new columns that I want to produce. So I mentioned I want the maximum displacement and the minimum displacement. And I'll execute. Oh, and I need to name these columns. Let me do that so my data set looks a little bit reasonable. So before it had those cryptically named fields, and now they have a little bit more reasonable name. So if you look at that last data set, we have the number of cylinders, the maximum displacement, the minimum displacement. Don't worry too much about what this particular function does. This video is more about installing the package, loading the package. At this point, if I were you, the viewer, I would look up particular packages online, practice loading a few of them, installing a few of them, and using those packages. Once you load a package, you might ask yourself, well, how do I find out what functions are in that package? If you're using RStudio, it's very easy. If you look at this on the lower right hand corner of the RStudio session, there is a Packages tab. You click it, and you can go down to the name of the package. There it is, Plier. Click it, and here's the documentation for the package Plier, and it's got all the functions and data sets and pretty much everything that's in this particular package. And you can go ahead and explore, and you can see, well, I know it's got to be in here. ddply. Click and read the documentation. Lots of information in here and a few examples on the bottom. So that ought to be enough to get you started. Look up a package that's being talked about online or is in your particular field. Load it and play around with it. I'll leave it at that for now, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye.